you're about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers.
Let's go now. Strike. Check. Strike. Set.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Broncos, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Right, 97. Steal. Yellow. Right.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Plastic, 6. Blue striker. Green jacket.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 22, Howell. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Another throw on 2nd down. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Chance is good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, the Broncos send Corliss Waitman out to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll look to throw now on first down. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down. The Niners hit 9-4 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Black blue. Black ultra. Claude red. Ultra. Go ultra.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Being chased out left. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Shot, 17. Blue. Ready?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Oh, I think there was a little too much heat on that one. He's trying to hit his running back out of the backfield. Normally you want to get the ball to them in stride. But here, this one's coming in hot. And it tips off his hands and into the arms of the defender.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Williams. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. In motion, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw, Howell. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Okay, right?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On the ready?
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Ready, go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll look to set up his blockers. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Faking the handoff. Howell. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ready, play.
The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. In motion goes the tight end. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down here. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here, Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Blue strikers. Green backs. Light blue.
Back to throw here. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Black Ultra. Ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Claws red.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one caught by Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
22 middle. Blue, go. Black shot. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 47 yards. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Powell. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Powell from the gun. And that's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
Opposite. Green. Green. Cut.
come out throwing here to start the drive. Throws quickly, and he's got George Kittle. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here we go.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Broncos take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
First down, how to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Brandon Ayuk from 19 yards away. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7.
49ers 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Hey, green. Field, black.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Back to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll look to throw again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They're going to look to throw. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown 49ers. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. 11 yards for number 11. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Howell. Able to find Gray here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
Powell, he'll look to throw it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They go back to the ground with Williams, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Powell, 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Sly able to put this one through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Let's go now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play action with Howell. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Williams again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Steps away to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
A big gain on the play.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now back to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Go green. Go red. Go blue. 6, 7. Ready?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Yellow, blue, red, yellow.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Pat Surtain. 20. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Up the middle is Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Hockenson crossing the middle and bringing it in. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 4th down, Howell. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, go steal.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Steal, black. Check, smash. You, yellow.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Here we go. Faster.
Back to throw again. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Drill, 52. Ready?
Touchdown! From a yard out. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Taken from about the 12.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Howell throwing on third down here. This one swung out to Williams. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Denver, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.